Hey guys, I'm Paul, the developer of Protowords. This is a new immersive writing app designed for writing fiction novels, specifically the rough draft, and I want to spend a few minutes showing you around the app and what I think is cool about it. So when you open the app, you'll see something like this. I'm going to get into everything on the screen in a minute, but first I want to talk about what is probably the most distinctive feature, which is its themes. These themes completely change the writing experience by making all the audio and visual elements suit a particular setting or vibe. At the time of making this video, I've made 5 themes, but I'll be adding a lot more and there'll be free updates. My goal is that everyone has at least one theme they can go to that allows them to get in sync with the story they're working on. I'll just show a few, but I have previews for all of them on the channel. So this is the Neon City theme. It's a cyberpunk theme. And I'll just turn up the music and ambience a little bit. And type. Yeah. So that gives you an idea of what that's like, and I'll just do the other ones a little bit quicker. Let's look at Sunlit Grove. This is a fantasy theme. Okay, let's do one more. Let's look at brightness warning after the fact. Okay. So this is a cafe theme. It's got a little bit of an unusual typing sound. Some of them will. I think it's kind of interesting, but if you don't like it, you can actually just turn them off. Next, I want to quickly mention my design philosophy for Protowords, because that'll give you an idea of what kind of features you can expect to be added or not. So the way I'm approaching design is that the app should pretty much only contain things that contribute to writing and finishing a rough draft. This can mean writing features or user experience features, but there's no formatting, spell check, detailed customization options, or world building templates. And this is by design, to allow this space to be for just writing. Protowords is definitely a minimalist tool, but it does have the elements I consider to be critical for writing a novel draft. It's more than a notepad. And based on the feedback I get, I will be updating it over time as well. So please let me know what kind of features and themes you want to see. So in the left column here, you have drafts, and drafts can be anything: notes, scenes, chapters, or your entire manuscript if you want, but they're all just plain text files on your computer. You can get some additional metadata for them and functionality in the app, but they always exist in a universal format that can be moved to or from Protowords easily. And by metadata, I basically just mean tags and stack order. These are what you'll use to organize your project. And tags can be used as folders, relationships, timelines. They kind of just do everything. So let's set up a couple drafts to get started here. I have a placeholder name. I'm going to come to the right, and I'll just name this Notes Chapter 1. And I'll give it a tag of notes as well. And then I'm going to add a new draft and name it Chapter 1 and give it a tag of chapters. And yeah, so you can also drag and drop to reorder things like this. And this happens globally and for each individual tag, so they all have separate orders. Up here, you can filter drafts by text or tags. So for instance, this is kind of functioning as a tag right now, but the difference is you can have tags and text filters happening at the same time. So if I had some other thing I wanted to search for in addition to notes, I could do that here. And for instance, I could filter by chapters and then also filter again by text within chapters. Yeah, it's just a few simple elements, but they give you a lot of flexibility in how you organize your text. In the center column, you have a list of editors, and you can just click into one to focus it. By default, unfocused lines of text are blurred, as you can see here, but you can change that to dimmed text or remove the effect in the settings. As you type, you hear your theme's unique typing sound. In this case, it's kind of like a retro keyboard typing sound for the cyberpunk theme. Also, your drafts auto-save as you work and auto-backup when you quit the app down here in the bottom left. So the editors you see here mirror your list of drafts. So if you filter or reorder your drafts, that is reflected here in the middle. If you export, this exact set of documents you see is what gets exported. But remember that all your individual drafts already exist as TXT files and never need to be exported. So just to show you what this reordering looks like, see how chapter 1 is now at the top and then notes is at the bottom, and they flip in the middle as well. And just to show you export real quick, you can just do this. That's all you have to do, and it will just export the text that is in the editor. At the bottom, you have progress bars for your daily and total word targets. These values can be changed in the settings, or you can hide this section altogether if you want. So just to show you some examples, I have the daily word target here. I'm just gonna clear that. I'm gonna clear both of these. And as you can see, it just shows current word counts. And then if you want to hide this section altogether, you can go to progress visibility and then always hide. And then the editor window will take up the full height. On the right, you have info related to the currently focused draft. This is where you can change the file name or tags. You can also set any draft as a reference, and it will appear here in a resizable window. So for instance, if I want to look at the chapter and then set the notes as a ref, that will show up here, and you can resize or scroll through it. And the last thing I want to cover is a few specific settings. So as Protowords only edits plain text files on your computer, your projects are also just folders on your computer. By default, your files get saved in document/Protowords, but you can change it to be any folder on your computer at any time, including those synced with a cloud storage service. And each project folder you choose will have a unique set of drafts, backups, exports, and settings. Just to show you what this looks like, I'll click on Project Folder. And as you can see, I have a different folder here, which I will select. And it just switches the whole thing over. This one has the music and ambience still going. It has a different theme and some other settings. And then to go back to document/Protowords, I just clear and go right back to the default. There is also a feature called No Edits Mode, and Protowords is very much about moving forward and hitting our word targets, so it felt appropriate to add the ability to prevent yourself from editing if you choose to. It's not for everyone, but maybe if you find yourself revisiting previous text too often, it could help you keep your momentum. So if I turn that on and I go back here and I start typing, I can start typing, but I'm pressing delete, nothing happens. I can't move around. I can't select, I can't paste, you can't do anything except add words. So that's all I have to show for now. If you're interested in trying Protowords, there's a free trial available, and it costs $10 for the full version, which includes future themes and updates. There's a link in the description to download, and let me know your thoughts in the comments. Thanks.